What is going on, guys? This is the 4thGenGamer here over on the Pokemon Fab 5, bringing you guys some more Pokemon Top 5, Bottom 5. Now, last time we did count down the Fairy type. Today we're going to be breaking apart the Electric type. And if you don't know what the series is all about, go ahead and check the playlist on the channel for all the other types that we've done so far. We've done quite a few. And today, as you guys can see, we are going to be taking a look at the Electric type. And, like I said, go and check out the playlist if you don't know what it's all about. But basically, I am sharing with you guys my favorite and my least favorite of each type. And that doesn't change for each type or anything. It's the same guidelines. It's based off of base stats, design, egg moves, anime, shiny Pokemon, anything. It's based off of anything that I could think of, anything that can alter my opinion on that Pokemon. So for that reason, our opinions will differ. So for that reason, go ahead and leave your own top 5 and bottom 5 Electric type Pokemon down in the comment section below, because it's a really cool type. There are a lot of awesome Pokemon, and not even that many bad ones. It was hard to make the bottom high five. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into the bottom 5 list, with number 5 being not the worst, but still kind of bad. Number 1 is, in my opinion, the worst of all of the Electric types. So starting off with number 5, I do have Magnemite. Now, like I said, it was hard to make this list, and Magnemite is not really like a terrible Pokemon or anything, but it was really hard to find anything that was worse than it. But, you know, not in the, the other 4 slots above it. It's, Magnemite's a decent enough Pokemon. It's kind of just, I don't know, I'm not too crazy about it. It does evolve into Magnezone, which is pretty cool, but it just seems kind of like boring to me. It's just kind of like a magnet with an eye, and it's a googly eye, really. You know, it does evolve into a cool Pokemon, but ultimately Magnemite doesn't really hold much significance to me, and it's just kind of like meh when you compare it to some other Pokemon out there. There's also a couple other ones out there that you'll see like, oh, why weren't they ahead of it? You know, I don't know, like Stunfisk and Tynamo, maybe some other ones. But, I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of Magnemite in general. And then Magneton is just the same thing, just 3 of them. And then Magnezone's a little cool, at least. Sinnoh brought some justice to it. But going on to number 4, I do have Plusle. And this kind of accounts for, like, Plusle and Minun. But I don't want to take up 2 slots with Plusle and Minun, because it's like the same Pokemon, just... yeah, it's the same thing, really. I just chose Plusle over Minun because I like Minun maybe just a touch better, because Blue is better, I guess. I like Blue, but honestly, they're the same thing, and it's kind of just pointless to me. They're kind of useless Pokemon. Sure, they're cute, but other than their cuteness, they really don't hold any value whatsoever. They have Volt Absorb, and they have Plus and Minus as their abilities, but it's kind of like, it's a Plusle, it's a Minun, who really cares about them? You know, it's just... I don't know, they're really kind of useless Pokemon besides their cuteness, and that's why I really don't have them that high on my list. They're in the bottom. They're in the bottom of all Electric types, in my opinion. Going on to number 3, however, I do have the Dedenne. Another repeat offender here from last week, or last episode, when we had Fairy types. The Dedenne, basically, I'll give you a quick rundown. People are like, oh yeah, it's cute, but that's the thing, it's only cute. It's really a Pikachu ripoff. It is such a Pikachu ripoff. I don't care what you say, you can argue against it, but it is so similar to Pikachu. It's just add that Fairy type, and it's different. It's just very similar. It's way too similar for my liking. I don't know. I've never used it before, but it really doesn't look like a reliable Pokemon. It looks like really similar to Pachirisu, except I'm biased, so, you know, I like Pachirisu better, at least a little bit, because it's 4th gen and stuff. But, you know, that's how I am. But anyway, that's my number 3, Dedenne. It's cute, but once again, it's useless. Bleh. Sorry. Sorry, any Dedenne fans out there. Going on to number 2, I do have Voltorb. Sin's going to be thanking me for this one, because he hates Watson. And what does Watson have? A Voltorb, and I'm like 90% sure that it has Self-Destruct, or Explosion. And that move is a bitch. You see that so much on Electrodes and Voltorbs. Their design's unoriginal. It's a Pokeball. That's all it's based off of. It's a Pokeball with googly eyes. Same thing with Magnemite, except Magnemite's just like a magnet with some magnets on it. It's just, why? It's trollish with Self-Destruct and Explosion. It's super fast as well. And I battled one in the New Age Battle League against Raz, and he threw up a Rain Dance to set up the fucking Swift Swim Ludicolo. I don't know, that's just something I thought of now. But, I mean, seriously though, Voltorb's just annoying. Its design is kind of just stupid. It's just a Pokeball. It's really stupid. Electrode I do like a little bit better, but Voltorb's just kind of like, fuck it, I hate it. And it also has Sonic Boom in Watson's Gym, which is really annoying because it's a move that does a certain amount of damage. At the beginning of the game, 20 damage is a decent amount, which is so fucking stupid. I hate it. So, That's why Voltorb is there, and now we have Emolga at number 1. Oh, Emolga. I hate Emolga. It's just so... looks so happy and everything, and you take it for granted, like, oh, it's just an easy Emolga, and then it ends your Blaze Black Egglock. Seriously, Emolga is a fucking bitch. I hate Emolga. I just hate it. I don't really have so much strong reasoning to back it up besides I hate it. It's just so annoying. Just, fuck, I hate Emolga. It's just, I can't explain it. It's just, it's so annoying. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like, fuck Emolga. Let's think of some more happy thoughts. I'm sorry I couldn't explain that any better, but I just hate it. I hate it. Emolga is just so annoying. On to number 5. I do have, this is the top 5 list, by the way, so this is going from the best. This is the best of the electric types, in my opinion. Number 1 is the very top. The best, in my opinion. So going on to number 5 on this list, I do have a Lantern, which is a very cool Pokemon, very chill, very awesome, and it's a water electric type, which is actually very unique, and in fact, its ability, it can either be Illuminate, or Volt Absorb, or Water Absorb. It is the only Pokemon that can have Volt Absorb or Water Absorb. Very interesting, and one of the only few Pokemon that can have Volt Absorb, let alone both of those, which is very cool. Water electric typing is very cool, and I love I kind of like the design of it. It's very, like, just simple, but it's very nice. I like it. I've used Lantern before. It's very cool, very nice to use. I've never had trouble using it. It's definitely different from your normal electric type that you're used to seeing, and it's definitely cool. It's just a very unique, interesting Pokemon when you compare them to the other electric types out there. But that's why I like Lantern. Going on to number 4, I do have Ampharos. Now, Ampharos is a very, very, how do I put this? It's very fun to use. It's similar to Lantern. You know, once again, it's very fun to use. It has a very nice Mega, very cool Mega with that long hair, don't care, electric dragon type. That is just so cool. But aside from that, I haven't used Mega Ampharos. I don't think I have, at least. If I did, it was very few times. It has a very nice moveset. It can learn Signal Beam, Power Gem, you got Discharge, Charge too. Charge, I guess, yeah. Thunderbolt, of course. Just a very cool, decent move spread. I've used it sometimes. I've played it with it in my randomizer Wonderlock. However, I wasn't able to really use it too much, sadly, because it was at the end of the Let's Play. But I've used it before, and it was just very reliable. It kind of has that Gardevoir type of presence on a team. It's just very reliable. You could always go for a Ampharos. Just, oh yeah, it's a flying type. You know what? Fuck it. I could either go for a Discharge, or I can go for a Power Gem. That's a rock type move, or a Signal Beam. Definitely a very cool Pokemon. Definitely a very diverse Pokemon, I would say. It's very neat. It's a cool Pokemon, especially when you compare it to other Pokemon in general. It's just a very awesome Pokemon, fun to use. But anyway, going on to number 3, I do have Rotom. Talk about unique. This Pokemon here can transform into a variety of appliances. It consumes other appliances, and it becomes a different form. It can be the heat form, which is the oven, wash form, which is the washer. You have the frost form, which is the refrigerator freezer. You have the mow form, which is the lawnmower. The fan Rotom, which is a fan. And they all change types. It has special moves and everything. It has a cool event in 4th Gen in the old Chatso. It's really just the event is so cool because you go to the TV and it's like, oh, there's something in the TV, blah, blah, blah. I forget exactly what it says. But it's just a very cool Pokemon. I keep on saying cool, and I just wish I had a better vocabulary to describe a Rotom. But I don't know what to call it. It's so cool that you can just go to the TV and Pokemon pops out at you. And then there's also the theory that a Shuppet is a Rotom with a Reaper Cloth on it, and I don't know how true that is, but it's kind of a cool theory that's out there. I loved using all the different forms of it. I don't think I've used all of them yet, but I love using just different forms of it, and it's cool experimenting with it and just playing with it. It's just definitely... Once again, it's a different Pokemon, and it's very different in that it has so many different forms, and you access them by going to different appliances. You can get 4th through 6th Gem, and it's different. Some forms are definitely better than others, but from what I've used of it, it definitely hasn't failed me too much yet. So, definitely a cool Pokemon, a lot of background behind it. From the Shuppet to the old Shadow, all the way up to Lumiose City, where you can go to Sycamore's lab and get your form at the beginning of the game. So that's why I do have Rotom at number 3. At number 2, how can I even top this? I have Electivire, the mighty Electivire. Electivire is a very awesome looking Pokemon. It looks very menacing. It's a badass, and it's one of those evolutions that they added in 4th Gen that just was awesome. Probably even my favorite 4th Gen evolution that they added to a pre-existing Pokemon. I'm not sure exactly. It looks amazing in the anime. It kind of has a nice, slick, shiny. It doesn't change that much, but it's one of those shinies that it doesn't change that much, but it makes a world of difference. It looks very, it kind of has like an orangey look to it, and it just looks very, very slick, very nice. I love it. It also has a really good variety of moves. You can teach it Ice Punch, Karate Chop, Cross Chop, a lot of fighting type moves. It definitely could be it would pass as a electric fighting type, really. A lot of electric type moves, of course. You have Wild Charge, throw Life Orb on that thing. I have that on my team for the New Age Battle League, and it can just wreck everything. You can teach it Fire Punch, Low Kick, what else do we have? Light Screen even, Thunder Punch, just so much cool moves. Even Giga Impact, just a lot of just awesome stuff that it just has in its arsenal. And it can really wreck a lot of Pokemon. I mean a lot. You can teach it a Hidden Power and just choose whatever type that you want. And it is just so cool. It looks awesome, it has a great shiny, and it is just phenomenal. I always love using Electivire. I wish that I had the opportunity to use it more. But that's why I did make an effort to get that on my NU, the New Age Battle League team, because it has just been, it's been pretty good so far. The Life Orb does take off some damage, which sucks, and then Wild Charge, you get recoil, but still, it just does so much damage. So anyway, that is my number 2. Going on to number 1, I'm going to make my buddy Old School Sin very proud with this. I have Luxray in the number 1 spot. Luxray is a badass. I gotta admit it, guys. Luxray is one of my all-time favorites. If I were to make a top 10, Luxray might even be up there. It is just a awesome Pokemon. It looks like a badass. It just looks so awesome. Talk about its egg moves. You can have Night Slash. You can have all the different fangs, from Ice Fang to Fire Fang, Thunder Fang. You have cute little Shinx, and then Luxio is kind of like that little pre-pubescent Pokemon or whatever. And then, then you have Luxray. It's just so menacing, and it just looks so freaking awesome. It also has a pretty cool shiny, almost like the same shade that it gains is the same shiny that Electivire has. It's very similar, at least. I have just always loved a good Luxray on my team. You can never get failed by that. And then, especially if you're playing in Draonohack, I believe it gains the Dark typing, which makes it even more versatile and even just a cooler Pokemon. And then you get Crunch. You get a Stab Crunch on those games. Ooh, it's so good. I love it. It is just awesome. With the egg moves, so many awesome ones, like I said. Fire Fang, Ice Fang, Night Slash, Thunder Fang. A bunch of awesome stuff. It is, if you're playing through Sinnoh, guys, you have to pick up a Shinx if you haven't before. It is such an awesome Pokemon. When it evolves into that Luxray, you will not turn back. Luxray is so reliable, so awesome, and it's just crazy. It has Intimidate as one of its abilities, which can also be very useful, and I will, if I have the opportunity, I will use a Luxray on my team if there's an open slot on my party, and I will not hesitate whatsoever, because Luxray is an awesome Pokemon, and I've never turned back from using it. Truly an awesome Pokemon. It looks awesome, and it was one of my first Pokemon that I've ever used, because I had Piplup, then Starly, then I got the Shinx, and I'm like, yo, this thing's awesome, and then it evolved, and then evolved again, and I'm like, yo, Luxray! And it was awesome. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like. Let me know what your own top 5 electric types are, as well as the bottom 5. Electric types are really cool. It was definitely tough making that bottom 5. Maybe not the first, the last 2 or 3 on that list, but you know, the 3, 4, 5, it was tough. It was very tough. Because I do like a lot of electric types, and it was hard to put Magnemite in there, and, you know, Plusle in there. A couple other honorable mentions that I don't like, probably maybe Helioptile, Stunfisk, Joltik, those would probably be up there. In terms of those that I like, definitely Raikou, Magnezone, and I think that's about it for the honorable mentions. Raichu's pretty cool too. I'm not a huge Pikachu fan. Just some awesome Pokemon out there. But anyway, guys, like I said, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like. And I guess that's it for me. And until next time, guys, I'm out. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.